Picture the scene. You're at a funeral, or are in the process of arranging one, when the person who's supposed to be in the coffin turns up to see what's going on. Stuff of imagination? More often than not, yes, but sometimes it really does happen. Number 5. The man mistakenly identified by his brother. Gilberto Araujo of Brazil was pronounced dead back in 2012 after his body has been identified at the local morgue by his brother. Family members of the 41-year-old were standing alongside his coffin in mourning when Araujo turned up at the door. The untimely funeral was a case of mistaken identity. Araujo worked as a car washer in the town of Alagoinhas, Brazil, where there had been a murder. That murder took the life of another car washer, who apparently looked like Araujo, hence his brother's confusion. Number 4. The woman who confronted the husband who'd ordered her dead. The story of Noela Rukundo made headlines around the world in 2016. A resident of Australia, she had returned home to Burundi to attend the funeral of her stepmother. Unbeknown to her, her husband had arranged hitmen to take her life while she was there, and they duly grabbed her. However, these were hitmen with a heart. When they realized her own husband had ordered her killed, they gave Rukundo her freedom and she flew home, approaching her husband at her own funeral to confront him about his plan. He was sentenced to 9 years in prison at the end of 2015. Number 3. The Chinese man who staged his own funeral. Zhang Jiang was 66 years old when he decided to stage his own funeral. He arranged it himself, wondering how many would turn up given that he had never married and had no children. There was a particular reason for his concern. In Chinese culture, the dead are said to have needs, and their graves are supposed to be visited regularly to ensure those needs are met. In the event, 40 invitees turned up at Jiang's funeral, along with several hundred others. Yet, he wasn't happy. 20 relatives and friends didn't show up. "I can't believe so many relatives and friends don't care about me," he was quoted as saying. Number 2. The Serbian man who thanked people for attending his funeral. There's more than one example of someone who arranged their own funeral just to see who would turn up. In 1997, Serbian pensioner Vuk Peric posted a fake death notice in his local newspaper and sent invites to his funeral. He then watched the event from a distance, eventually emerging to reveal that he was indeed alive. He thanked the mourners for attending. Number 1. The bishop who woke up after 2 days. Nesforos Glykas, who was a bishop working in Lesbos, Greece, when he was declared dead on March 3, 1896. In accordance with tradition, his body was left on display in the Mathmini church. It was on the second night of what was known as the exposition of the corpse that things took a turn. For Glykas sat up, reportedly demanding to know what all the fuss was about. Turned out, he'd just been having a long nap. Thanks for watching. Which ones were you shocked by the most? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. We will see you soon.